Hey guys, so this is going to be the 33 challenge, day 6. So I'm doing this as this is an advanced recording, just in case I'm not going to be able to do some recordings in the next few days here. So the last time that we left off, we were what were we doing? We were kind of building these. We were using these my high poly models that I made to bake onto what am I doing here? To bake onto here. I've taken the high poly models and I've started to create this brick wall for my wall that I have, right? So we were kind of getting it all set up and ready to go here. So that's where we kind of left off. So first and foremost, I'm noticing that it's probably really messy in here. Where's my relationship editor? I'm gonna go to where's the outliner? Outliner. Where are you? Outliner. I always thought the outliner was in here, but it's not. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm just gonna open this up, and I'm noticing that there's just a bunch of stuff in here, right? So I'm going to just ungroup things. I'm just gonna go to the ungroup here to clean it up. Can't group, okay, so it won't let me ungroup things. Which is unfortunate. Okay, there we go. So it finally let me ungroup it. I'm just gonna go back to isolation mode. I'm gonna turn off high poly, okay, the high poly model. And I should notice that a bunch of this stuff is pretty gross looking. Okay, like it's pretty messy, right? I'm gonna kill the history. Okay, so that should clean up things quite a bit. There we go. See, it's a little bit more reasonable, right? It's not so much crap. And then I'm just gonna freeze the transformations on them. Okay, there we go. And okay, so now I'm going to crap. I'm going to select all these. I'm going to go back to isolate, view isolated. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select all this. I'm going to merge them, combine them, sorry. And I'm going to center pivot. Now I'm just going to call this window wall high, okay? And this is pretty much window wall low. And what I'm going to do is, okay, I think that should be good. Really important that my UVs are good. UV texture editor. Oh. Okay, I shouldn't do that. I'm going to go panels here. Saved layouts. Was it perspective and UV texture edit? Oh, sorry. So this is UV'd properly, right? There's no overlapping, right? Really important. There's no overlapping. Okay, so I'm just gonna select that. Bam. Yep. Everything should be good. Okay. For this bake to work, you don't want any overlapping. Okay, and I mean, if I really want to get this all working correctly, I probably should just make the bricks for here as well. So I think I'm just gonna go quickly do that. Separate these, and I'm just gonna do that really quickly here. Modify set pivot. And I'm just gonna do that for a bunch of these, so they just there. Go like that. This. I'm just gonna do something like that. Uh oh, my dog wants. go outside or something. Such bad timing. Hold on, say these. Let me just finish this, and then I'll let you go outside. There we go. And again, this is for testing purposes anyways, so I'm not going to make this look that pretty. And there we go. So right now it looks very, looks very identical, obviously. But like I said, until later, I'm not too worried about how it's going to look like. I just need to make sure this is all going to turn out the way that that should. So we'll see how this looks like here. So just going to shrink this a bit. Get it all to look correctly. So that should be good. Mesh separate. Just gonna take this one, maybe move this out a bit more. Okay, just like that. And just to make this look a little bit different, because right now it's just absolutely identical. Just gonna move things around a little bit. Should be okay. And just gonna change this up a little. Move this out a bit maybe. There. Okay. So there we have it. Now we have our little wall mesh combined. Delete the history. Modify, freeze the transformations, and this is low. This is high. Okay. And so here's the moment of truth, right? Is we're gonna go and bake this and see if this works or not. So we're gonna go to rendering here, and we're gonna go to transfer maps, and from here, what we're gonna do is what is this? This is a normal, just a normal map. You can either do an ambient occlusion map. I find that the normal map tends to work a lot better. So what I'll do here is I will go, what is this, wall, or window wall, bake, I guess. Call it something like that. We'll go here. 2048 is quite massive. What's this one? I think this is 1024. Is this 1024? I think this is 1024. Image size, this is 1024, so let's keep it at 1024 for now. So 1024. And world space, transfer in world space, that should be okay. Map width, 1024. World space, number of samples, 2 is fine. Advanced options. So let's see here. Inside envelope and then outside. So first and foremost, we need to go to targeting. So we need to target the low poly. Okay, so it's add selected. And then for this one, you want to go to the source. So this is where it's going to find the high poly, right? And I think what I'm going to do is I'm debating if I want to do this in this mode. This almost looks too smooth. That's kind of my issue that I have with this. It looks way too smooth. It does look pretty nice though. But maybe what we'll do is we'll do 2 different renders and see which one we like best. I think that might be better. So let's just start off with this one first, which is just the basic one, right? And then we'll do a second one and we'll compare which one we like best. So I don't know how this is gonna go. I've never actually tried rendering something while recording. This one looks like it's inside out, that rock right there. So let me just quickly this rock right here, it's inside out. that's good. So I'm just gonna flip it, go to polygons, normals. I'm just gonna reverse the normals there. There we go. Is there any other ones that are black? No, that's all good. Okay. So I want to bake this and see how this goes. So we can see at the very bottom there our baking and how it's going, right? Uh, so yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit nervous here. I actually don't know how this is going to turn out. While doing this, I'm actually uploading. The video, or day 5. Okay, hold on. So let's see how this. Scared to see how this looks. Okay, so let's go and take a look. So let's go to my. Where did I save this? Where did I save this? Walls bake. Okay, so what happened here? Okay, so it looks really weird. Like, what I mean by this looks really weird is this is green for some reason. And I don't really know why. I don't really know why that's green. It's really throwing me off right now. Why is that green? Why is that green? Trying to understand why that's green. Okay, well, for now, I'm gonna throw this into Photoshop, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to let's see here. Go to image and adjustments. I'm gonna go to hue and saturation. I'm gonna change this. Yeah, see, that's not gonna work. Now, why is this doing that? Why is it? Yeah, I'm not happy with how this turned out. This green is not. It should be blue like this. That's how it should be. It being green tells me that something has gone wrong. Something has gone wrong for sure. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, so what happens if I... Okay, what happens if I turn off... If I just put on an ambient occlusion map? Let's do that. Let's go and do... Let's try this out. And distribute JPEG. And let's go... wall... What was it? Window wall. Window wall, ale. And, I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. Occlusion rays, connects map, 1024, 1024. Okay, now let's bake this and let's see how this turns out. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It's really odd. I'm worried that no, I don't think that would be it. Okay. So that's done now. Let's see, AO map. Okay, so it made me a map like that, and that's not what I'm looking for. Like, that's not what I want. That doesn't look good at all. So, okay, so I don't understand why this is rendering out like this. So this is where Google comes in play. See, so this is really good that you guys get to see when I go into these problems. Where do I go to find the answers to these things? So let's see here, Maya, bake, normal map, um, green hue. Let's see, the red. I know maps usually pixels normally each store. Change, tangent space, object space. There's pretty cool. Center mirror seems reduced by using detailed normal maps. Yeah, I'm just wondering why this is happening. No problem when I bake normals in my green vertical channel seems to be flipped. I'm not sure if this is why it's found. Unfortunately, there's no standard in what order this thinks is correct normal maps. Not everyone agrees with it. Wrong engine, it's wrong, okay. Yeah, inverting the green channel should fix it. So inverting what? Okay, so let's see here. So if I take so right now the blue is messed up on here. So if I select that and I go like that, that should fix it. There we go. Interesting. Okay, so that was just, for some reason, it just got inverted incorrectly. So now if I just go... So now if I just go... what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new layer. And I'm just going to... Well, it's going to be a brand new window, wall, like that. Turn on the UVs, right? And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to add this area and I'm going to add this area there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new folder called Win Wall. I'm going to create a new mask, add this normal one into here. I'm going to go to Control, Hue and Saturation, change this all the way down like that. Turn to that, and what you're going to see now, what's going on? Let's go like that. Go like this. Like that. Oh, what's going on? Floor. Oh, what's going on? Floor. Bring it down here. Oh, that's why. Whew, scared me there. That scared me. Okay. So now we got that going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this out now. Hold on, let me see here. Oh, looks like my video is finished uploading. Day 5 is now live, it looks like. So let's see here. So if I sorry, I lost my train of thought. If I save this, okay, and I save this out as Windows like this, I go back to Maya and I add this into the high poly version, and I go to where is that? Where's the hypershade? Hypershade, Windows, rendering, hypershade. And I go, so there's like a bunch of ones that I just finished rendering, right? I'm just going to delete those for now. Go back to floor, ceiling, reload this, and if I apply this texture to wall ceiling support beams, there we have it. There we have it. So we have that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to smoothen these out. Smooth this. So normals, soften edges, right? And obviously now I have to go in and I'm gonna have to go in and fix up, touch it up, right? It's not perfect. It's done a lot of the work for me already, right? But it can definitely be improved. But the work is pretty much done. A lot of it's pretty much done for me already, which is exactly what I wanted, right? Now we have a bunch of these areas already done. So, okay, so now that that's done, that ended up working out pretty decently, to be honest. There's some areas here that I don't like so much of, so I'm just gonna go in and I'll fix those areas up in Photoshop. But other than that, I think it actually turned out quite well. Okay, so this is so that's the floor. This is the, I guess I'll call this the AO, or and then what I'll do here, let me switch over to my tablet here, show you guys what I'm about to do. So this is the UVs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint a lot of this. I'm going to change the opacity to 100, and I'm just going to paint this. I'm going to change the flow also to 100, so this goes a lot quicker. Yeah, I'm just going to paint this out here, just because, again, this isn't what I wanted. This is like the extra stuff that kind of got seeped in, right? So I'm just going to go in, I'm just going to color it out, if I really want to do, I can just grab my mouse and just go like this, and just, oh, sorry, and just, something like that, but it doesn't look like it's going very well here, so I'm just going to paint it. Just gonna paint it out. Not a big deal. And I'll go in and I'll make my own design for the window. And so that's where I'm gonna have to go and take a look at some reference images and stuff of some taverns or something, and kind of see what kind of windows back in the day they had, some designs on them, and then I'll draw that in. But as you can see, most of the work is already done. I don't like this weirdness that's happening over here. Like, I think it's off. Like, it's not what I wanted. So I'm gonna have to maybe draw over that a little bit. So same with like this area here. I'm probably just gonna paint that out just because right now it's a little bit strong. Right, so I'm just gonna paint this out because it's a little bit too much. Same with this area here. So paint this out. Same with this area here as well. Paint it out. It did it a little bit too much, I think. It's whatever you make. And, yeah, so just gonna finish this up here. Can't believe the 4 hours already up. Well, this is what happens when you enjoy what you're doing. Time just kind of flies, and I'll admit I've been having a lot of fun doing these the past few days. So there we go. Just going in. I mean, obviously I'm nitpicking here quite a bit, but you have to remember that I'm also duplicating this over to the other side. So okay, so yeah, so there we go. So we have that. It's a little bit more cleaned up, and obviously I can go and take a look at that later. But it's here. First, I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to apply this. Where's it? Wall, ceiling, hyper shade here. Let's go here and let's just there. See? There we go. And it looks good. It looks really good. So we're obviously having some issues, right, like down here or whatever. But that might not even be an issue, you know. I mean, this is obviously an issue. So I'll go and I'll clean that up. These little areas here. And let's see here, where's the panels? UV texture editor and perspective. Okay, so here we go. So it's on that area right here. So I'm just gotta quickly go over to this side. And again, just just little small touch-ups, right? Here we go. Just touch it up a bit. I probably should use a color that's a little bit more suited in that area. There we go. Just get rid of these little marks here. And same with this area here. Just kind of clean it up. Clean it up a little bit more. And clean this up a bit more here. Clean this up a bit more. And clean this up a bit. Oh, clean this up a bit more. Okay, that should be good. It should be good. Let's see. Should be good. Save that out. One last check here. And where's the hypershade? Where's the hypershade? Again, it's down here. And let's see, reload this up, see how this looks, and there we go. Beauty. And then I'm just gonna have to do what I did with the other one, and start to color it. And then that should be it. I mean, this wall should be done, and after that, let's see here. Yeah. And then this one, after I finish this, I just modify to the pivot. I can just move this over, replace this one. Right, and then we have two walls, just like that. And then what we'll do after that is we'll go and we'll texture this one on this side, and it should match that one, and then we would get pretty much our walls done, and then yeah. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and hopefully the next episode we'll get into pretty much painting the textures. Alright, see you guys later.